Alright, so I'm going to demonstrate how to install an upgrade kit on an Omega, which more or less involves a complete disassembly of the brake. It's not a very difficult thing to do, but you gotta have a couple of wrenches on you. So we're going to start with a 3mm hex wrench to remove both of the pad holders. The pad holders in the upgrade kit come with their own bolts and washers, so you'll have an extra set. You can reuse the old bolts or you can put on the new ones, it's your choice. The new bolts are actually just 1mm longer, and so they'll protrude into the pad holder cavity by 1mm. That'll actually help keep the pad in place, but it also means that you have to loosen the bolt to change pads. So it's up to you. If you use the old ones, you won't have to loosen the bolts to change pads, but you also won't get that little bit of extra security out of having the bolt protrude into the cavity like that. Once the pad holders are off of the brake, you remove the spring by squeezing it like so, and it'll come out. So now everything's nice and loose back here. We just need to take the front plate off. So that's done with a 2.5mm Allen wrench, and you can set this aside like that. So now what we need to do is just take all of this off, set that aside, set that aside. You're going to keep the back plate and the wedge, of course. And you're going to put on the new roller and brake arm together. You put them both on like so, and slide them onto the back plate. If you're here at this step, it's a good opportunity to grease these posts if they don't have any grease on them. From the factory now they're coming with a little bit of grease, but it may have worn off, where you may have an earlier version without grease. And just continue assembling the brake. Now we replace the wedge. And now replace the front plate. So that's all. Now we're just going to replace the spring. You just load one side in, hook it around the top, right there, and snap it back into place. So now the brake is good to go. We've got the rollers on, and all we have to do is replace the pad holders and you're good to go.